Hi there, welcome along to another workout for you to row along to. It's week 3, session 3, which is the top tier workout. And this week, we're going to do 20 times 1 minute on, 1 minute off at 20 strokes per minute. Doesn't sound that tough, does it? Until you find out that all of those 20 strokes per minute are going to be at maximum pressure, okay? So no pace guide, it's just as fast as you can get on that stroke 20 times within that minute. You understand what I mean, okay? So as such, because this is a really top tier power workout, I want to do a 5-minute warm up today, and this is going to be without any of the split drills. So if you want to pause it at the end of it and do those little split drills, if you find that they help your technique and things, then please do it. But I want to make sure that we just go through this 5 minutes, make sure you're warm, talk a little bit about technique so that as we hit this 20 times 1 minute on, 1 minute off, your body is in a good position for it, okay? So let's get into that 5-minute warm-up. Start off by setting the drag factor on your machine. If you don't know about drag factor, remember there's a video on the YouTube channel that you can watch, and I talk about it for quite some length. Then go to your monitor and set it at eye height so you don't have to look up and you don't have to look down. And then finally set the foot straps so they cover either the bottom lace on your shoe, or if you're in socks like me, you can bend comfortably forward at the front. There we go. So, 5-minute warm-up, starting off at 18 strokes per minute, just with some gentle rowing in 3, 2, 1, go. So this first minute is just going to be about getting your body moving, okay? Don't worry too much about pace or anything. Just use this one, the first minute, just to break up the thin ice that may have set into your body throughout the day. Which is why I'm in a hoodie, to be honest. It's freezing in the studio tonight. So, I'm hoping this will contribute to a warm-up. Like I say, if you don't feel you're warmed up enough from this 5 minutes, then please keep going. Make sure you're at a point where your body can handle 20 times 1 minute at max power, okay? So right, so we're 1 minute down, still doing 18 strokes a minute. And let's just have a wee think about technique. Your body should be rocking forwards and backwards. So forwards to a 1 o'clock position is what most people, including me, suggest. And then backwards to an 11 o'clock position. Okay, so it's not a huge lean in, not a huge lean back. But what's important is that you maintain that forward lean as you initiate the drive with your legs, okay? So that safely lets the power transfer through your body into the handle and into the flywheel. Minimizes any risk of injury. Same goes with straight arms at the front. Make sure you've got nice straight arms. Don't bend your elbows too soon. Which can lead to forearm tendonitis and stuff. Try and keep a powerful back, both at the drive at the front and at the finish. As you slide forwards, get your shins into a vertical position, and then slam those heels down into the foot plates and push the machine away. Remember, the power of the stroke comes from your legs. It doesn't come from your arms fighting the machine at the front by bending your arms. Your arms come into their own at the end of the stroke, okay? As you pull them in at the finish. Don't start pulling them in front All you'll be doing is fighting against the power from your legs. So straight arms. And just remember your back. I'm seriously trying to make sure that you're considering the safety elements of the rowing stroke today. You've got 400 strokes ahead of you, all at max power, and I want to make sure you do it safely. Goes without saying, if during this workout you feel something twinge or worse, twang, stop. Maybe have a quick rest, see if some light rowing will bring you back to life again. But if you hurt something, do stop. I'm not saying you will, just saying in the off chance that something does overload, then stop. Last stroke. There we go. So that's a warm up done for me. Keep going if you still need to get a little bit warmer. Otherwise, get a drink, move up and down the rail, and I'll take my hoodie off and go through one more time what it is we're doing today. Okay, once again then, what we're doing today is 20 times 1 minute on, 1 minute off. You're going to be doing those 1 minutes at 20 strokes per minute, and your pace is going to be whatever you can manage. Absolute full pressure from your legs, really powerful stroke, 20 times in that 1 minute, and then you get 1 minute off, and we're going to do that 20 times over, okay? Really simple, but it's going to be really tough, okay? It's just, must be said. I mean, to the point that I was actually thinking of doing session 4 first, and then coming back and doing session 3 afterwards because I wasn't really feeling that strong today, but then I want to shave tonight, and I suddenly thought, I'm going to have stubble continuity, so I thought, no, stick with it. Do session 3 first. Anyway, there we go. Right, you ready for this? Make sure you're warm, okay? Because I do not want to hear of anyone getting injured because they weren't warm enough, okay? Don't want to hear anyone getting injured. Injuries are a bad thing, okay? So, 20 strokes a minute, max power in 3, 2, 1, go. 1. I'm not going to count all the time, but I do think, especially as being this is the first minute, just get yourself used to what's going on. So don't tweak your technique to try and squeeze pace. So make sure your posture is right. You're not over leaning at the front or back. You're just making sure to rock your body. Plant those legs down. One more stroke. There we go, that was easy. Another 19 of them will be fine. What was I on about? Funny how sometimes I have issues with my mic cable and sometimes I don't. Bad enough that most of the time you can see the cable swinging underneath the machine. Let's try and work out a better way to do that. Strap it to my back or something. Now, as we approach the start of the next one, if you want to do light rowing to get the flywheel moving, so what I'm going to do, then do it. Okay, so with 10 seconds to go, so 10 seconds to go, just light rowing, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're into it again. The light rowing there is just about making sure the flywheel isn't too heavy on your first stroke. which is okay 1 or 2 times, but if you do it 20 times in a row, you could probably put undue stress on your intercostal muscles, and it could cause injury. So because I have an issue with tearing my intercostals, I'm going to do these rolling starts. One more stroke. So am I averaging 151, 150, which is 2k plus 5. So I'm pretty much actually 5k pace. So that's interesting. I mean, it'd be interesting to know whether you manage that or not to get to your 5k pace. I mean, I talk a lot about how the 5k is a balance between fitness and power. That's the reason why we're doing this today. So it'll be interesting to see the people that are suffering from not being able to put in the power here. Not suffering, but from a time point of view. Right, 10 seconds to go, so some light rowing. I'll try and get the timing better this time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. The key, if you're going to do it this way, is to make sure you get to the front of the machine right at the changeover. Push that machine away with your legs. Nice straight arms. Let the power transfer through your body into the handle, and then finish with a good powerful pull into your chest. 2 strokes to go. One more. Yes, watch. I am indeed rowing. So yeah, some folks are just very cardio fit and can just power through a 5k using their fitness, but it's never really about strength. Other people just blast through it at a low rate because they're so strong. Then people like me, I use my fitness for the first 4k, say, and the last 1k is when I then put in more power from my legs. So I've exhausted my cardio and my muscle power. Which is why training like today's is good, because it helps build your power. Okay, pick up your handle, light rowing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I've not been counting down, have I? That's the problem. I might overlay me counting down on it. Right, come on. Let your body and the stroke you've been developing for the past couple of weeks guide you through how to lay in the power. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I haven't been counting down into things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy my countdown on this one and I'm going to paste it in over the other ones. So the start of those 4 intervals, you'll be like Hang on, his lips aren't moving. Now it'll all make sense to you. Breaks the magic of the edit suite, of course. Not that these things are particularly edited. Crikey, they'd be so much better if they were edited. If I stopped and I made a fluff and all that jazz, but hey. Right, 20 seconds to go. Been bad at not having a drink again, this is terrible. Right, I'm gonna start light rowing with 12 seconds to go. See if this helps my timing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. That's better. That's the timing I need. Keep your back nice and powerful. Hold your forward lean as you put in the power. Assess your own stroke as you're rowing. Have a think about what's your back position like. Are you finishing strong with the handle, or are you merely limping your arms in? This is about all your body. Three, 2, 1. So, for those of you that rely more on fitness than power, this is going to help you develop power. For those of you that rely on your power, this is going to help you develop your power. But as being, previous weeks have been about using stroke rate to make you go faster. Okay, the difference between 24, 20 and 28, how just changing your stroke rate makes you go faster. Today is about learning how putting more pressure in from your legs at a lower stroke rate makes you go faster, okay? The magic beans being when you go more pressure at a higher rate. 12 seconds to go. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Now try and see if you can snap into the catch right at the front of the machine. So that point where you drive your heels down and the stroke starts and you connect with the flywheel or the water or the magnet, whatever it is you're using. Try and snap into it at the front. Don't let your butt scoot. Don't let your back break before you connect. 3, 2, 1. So how's my heart rate doing? That one finished 154, which is 77% of my max. That's interesting. And we're only 6 intervals down. And all I'm doing is 1 minute rowing. And I'm already really climbing up there towards my max. We've still got 14 more of these to go. Have a drink in case it's dehydration. Which I doubt it is. I think it's more about effort. Okay, 12. Light rowing, just to get the flywheel moving, not real rowing. 3, 2, 1, go. I found myself doing that overlean with my back that time. There's a time and place for exaggerating parts of your stroke in the hunt of more power and speed, and at times really only about 500 meters and under in any race. If you over-lean, over-exaggerate for the entire row, you could end up injured. 2, last stroke, 1. And I don't know whether it's just my age or the amount of injuries I've gone through over the past 2 or 3 years between what's that, golfer's elbow, shoulder, tennis elbow, intercostals. I've done my leg, did my quads at one point, but that doesn't really count. Strained my calves from running, doesn't count as rowing. But anyway, just became quite injury prone, and I think it's because I was doing too much too soon, overstretching my body. Okay, 13, 12. 3, 2, 1, go. Of course, the downside to doing these rolling starts means if you come back and do this session again, it's hard to actually compare the data properly, because you don't really know how much you've got the flywheel moving. A dead stop is a dead stop, but how much the flywheel is moving could make the difference of 0.1 or 0.2 on your finished result. 4, 3, 2, come on, 1. Now, like I said a couple of intervals ago, don't stop analysing your stroke. Okay, so the last 3 strokes there, I found I was rolling in my shoulders to try and get more length subconsciously. Whereas what I'm trying to do is roll out my elbows, complete opposite, in order to engage my lats. But doofus brain here keeps thinking that if I do this, ow, that'll be why my shoulder hurts. Right, pick up your handle if you want to do light rowing, because it's 12. I'll try and remember my arms this time. 3, 2, 1, go. So focus on something. One element of your technique. For me right now, it's just straight arms with a slight external rotation of the elbows to make sure my lats are engaged. Although I do think I'm now developing a butt scoot to overcompensate. It's never ending. Search for better technique. 4, 3, 2, one more. 1. 9 down. We're almost at Bon Jovi time. We're almost halfway there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's a great sound when that first came out. It wasn't a vocoder, was it? Voice box, squawk box, can't remember what the thing was called. Wow, wow, wow. He's stuck in his mouth. Sorry. Tangent alert. Not spoken about dinner for a while. Maybe do that in the next rest interval. I'm sure you're interested. Right. 12. Now I kind of am taking a stroke every 3 seconds still. If I start at 12, that's what's doing it. 3, 2, 1, go. Maybe just focus on the sensation overall of what you're doing. See if anything leaps out at you as weird. Do you feel you're connecting right as you drive your legs? Are you pulling in strong? Is your back maintaining a forward lean, at least as you connect with your legs? And then are you rocking forwards? One more stroke. There we go. It's Bon Jovi time. So yeah, tonight was a rather delightful chicken, mushroom and broccoli risotto, or risotto, depending on your pronunciation. It's very nice. Not too stodgy, so I'm not fearing a return of it yet. That would be unfortunate, but very tasty. I do like a risotto. Rice, I mean, I eat so much pasta. It's almost like ooh, rice for a change. Not good when I'm trying to cut out carbs, of course. Oh, right, here we go. 12. Light rowing. 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Now make sure, like I was saying at the end of the last interval, get your forward lean happening nice and fast. So handle in, handle out. Handle in, out. And let the handle out initiate that forward body rock, which then means as you slide to the front of the machine, you're already in your perfect stroke position. You don't have to adjust. You just have to slide far enough to have vertical shins. Two strokes. One more. Nice to be going down the other side of the mountain now. 156 finish. What's my 79% max that time. So interesting to see. Well, I was a fair bit slower. That was a 152 average. Most other ones have been 151.1, 150.2. So yeah, fair bit slower that time. Wonder why. It's interesting. See what happens on the next one. Maybe I lost concentration. Too busy talking about food. Right, 12, 9, 6, 3, 2, 1, go. Right, now just concentrate on pushing the machine away from you with your legs, okay? That's all I want you to think about, is just push it away. Try to Stay on the seat. Don't fly off it, but really just think about pushing your machine through the wall. It's a great way to make sure and visualize the power going into the machine. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. 149.9 average, so higher heart rate, finishing at 160, but that was the fastest interval yet out of all of them so far. And I'll put that down to the fact that I'm concentrating on the leg drive. Really just push that machine away. Like I say, if you get it wrong, especially if your foot rests are at the wrong angle, too high, what happens is you push up and your butt can leave the seat. And what you don't want is the seat to shoot behind you, and then you'll land on the rail, because that hurts. Right, 12, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Push. 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 What is it? In Spartacus, they were always just going pull. But I suppose they didn't have foot stretchers in boats back then, did they? Not when they made Spartacus. I mean, in biblical film times. Push with your legs. That's it. Push with your legs. That's better. Feel the power. Got to come out your quads. Up through your back. One more stroke. If you get this right, you really should feel your quads surging through the machine. And the power is like a, I don't know, it's the best way to describe it. It's almost like, you know, you see cartoons making a fireball and they go like that. That's what it's like. You load up your back, whoosh, and all that power is coming into the machine and you finish. So you're just making a massive fireball. Fireball. I get the feeling that may be today's hashtag. 12. 9. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Go. Okay, so here we go. Fireball. Feel it just, it grows as you push into the machine and then release into your, as you pull the handle in. That's like the trigger for all the power. Should change my logo to a fireball and everything. This is it. This is what we've been searching for. The blue fire. That's why my logo's a blue flame. I knew it. I just didn't know it. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. That's it. And that is a lesson in self-motivation. That if you fire yourself up if you build excitement and adrenaline and gusto, you can manage things that you didn't think you were capable of. So just powers in the mind. This is why swearing helps when you're rowing. It gets tough, but then you can sometimes get disqualified, so maybe not. Right, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Unleash the fire, come on. Let it build from your quads. Create a big ball of flame. Your body's just a ball of power released as you pull the handle into your chest. Push that machine away. Feel the power surge up through your body, through straight arms. Nice and relaxed. Braced core. Let that power get into the flywheel. 2. One more stroke. There we go. 15 down. How'd that one finish? 149.9. Smiling also works. Kind of the pain relieving, what's the word? Ability? That's the ability of smiling. Can take away the pain. However, it can sometimes break your concentration. The last time I did the British Rowing Indoor Championships, I was in too good a mood. Even when the photographer came round, I'm smiling away. I came like 9th. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Let's get back to just thinking about your back. Make sure it's forward lean, powerful posture, braced core as you push with your legs. And then only as your legs are coming to a close on their drive do you swing back. And then release the handle and swing forwards. And don't be tempted to overlean, even though you may be. 2, come on, last stroke. And maybe if you film yourself doing this, you'll find you are actually, even though you don't think you are, overleaning. I certainly know when I'm getting this video ready for upload, when I watch it back, I'll see that's what's happening. So if you're listening to this in the podcast, just jump onto YouTube, take a look, and you'll see what I mean. There's a good chance that I'm still overdoing it, even though I'm concentrating on trying not to. So imagine I wasn't concentrating on not doing it. I'd be flat, straight flat on both ends. Right, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, it's all about power. I don't want you to ease up. There should be more than enough rest in between. each interval for you to recover enough from a cardio and mostly from a muscular point of view. If anything, as you get better at it and you move through the intervals, you should be finding you're going faster, if not on all of them, but a few. 2, 1. I did that shoulder thing there. 3 more to go. So yeah, if you drew a graph of mine, it'd be a steady upwards curve with a couple of downs and then back up again. So you should hopefully be able to do the same. Like I say, you've got a whole minute to recover. Cardio should be okay. Muscles start to feel tired, but hopefully as you get used to the technique, you'll be getting better at it and more efficient at it anyway. 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Think about your arms on this one, okay? Really think about relaxed and straight at the front with your fingers as hooks over the flywheel. Those hooks give you a little bit more length that you don't need to overlean for, and it helps surge the power through your posterior chain up through your arms into the handle and into the flywheel. After all, it's all about power. 2 strokes. 1 more. This workout really is all about power. Power, power, power. And don't back off, because you're here because you want to get faster, fitter, stronger. In fact, this wristband says, "Nothing beats me. I alone chose power." It's one I used to wear all the time. You'll notice I haven't been wearing it for ages. Now I'm getting stronger. It's back on my wrist, along with the 50 I've got in a drawer somewhere, but anyway. But you chose to want to improve. This is why you're on this plan, so don't ease off. I've only got 2 more to go. Try and hold your pace, if not faster. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Come on, we've only got 2 minutes to go. Less than 40 strokes now. Can you combine it all? Push the machine away with your legs. Keep that forward lean with your back. Straight arms. And then let the fireball build and release. Oh. Visualize a big ball of fire, blue flames between you and the machine that you then send across the room into your opponent, up your boss's backside. Last stroke. I apologise for the noises, but hey, fastest one yet. 149.1. On that one, can I get the average of the last one to be the fastest? Let's hope, because otherwise that'll be quite disappointing. So come on, 1 more minute, 20 more strokes. No matter how tired you feel right now, you can get 20 strokes out, trust me. Unless you're actually lying on the ground right now, in which case you might not be able to. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fireball, come on! I feel a new t-shirt coming on. Fireball! Really just push that machine away. Nice straight arms. Let the power flow through your body. You're a power machine. You only have 30 seconds left. Less than 10 strokes to go. Make them count. This is the end of your race. You're chasing a PB. All you've got in your legs is power. Unleash the fire. Come on. 2 strokes. Last one. Ah, 148 dead. That'll do. Or 47.9 according to ErgZone. I'll take ErgZone. Apologies if the motivational talk is ridiculous. I realise it is, but there's something about these top end workouts that, as ridiculous as it can sound, it does help. Right, let's get into a 2-minute cool down. 3, 2, 1, go. Just aim for around about 2k plus 30. Enough to make sure you have to engage your muscles and use a decent technique. You don't want to just be tickling the machine. Do. You want to be actually cooling down. It's like when you're in the gym and you see someone using, or PT, using the rowing machine as a warm-up for their client, and they're just having a conversation. What did you do last night? Yeah. Did you watch TV? Yeah. And the poor client's just hardly pushing with the legs. They're leaning back the whole time, whacking the seat off their heels. PT has absolutely no idea that what they're doing is completely ineffectual. But hey, they make their £15 an hour or whatever. The client thinks when they go home they'll say, well, 10 minutes but really felt like 15, so I'll put in 15 minutes into my calorie converter. Ooh, that's 200 calories. Great. That means I can have a Mars bar. And then they wonder why they don't lose weight. Am I ranting? I believe I am. Anyway, well, there we go. So, hopefully you're not in a cardio mess. And actually, hopefully your muscles aren't jelly-legged after that. But I hope you'll agree that it was a top tier max power workout. Last stroke for me. You keep going. I mean, you were putting, hopefully every single stroke was 100% what you could get out your legs and your arms. I know I was trying. I mean, when I look at my results, yes, obviously wasn't going as hard on some of them for whatever reason, whether that was technique or whatever, but I was still, never got slower than, what's that, slowest was 151.1. If my 5k pace is 150, then I never got slower than 5k plus 1.1. And now the fastest was 147.9, which is 5k minus 2.1. So that's the kind of range I was working in. Of course, the last one, you've always got more in you. It's like I keep saying about, you go out for dinner, you're absolutely stuffed. And they come around and say, would sir like dessert? And you're like, oh, dessert, yes please. You've always got room for dessert. Same with the sprint at the end of the row. You've always got room for a sprint. It just depends whether you're having the full apple crumble or just the gelato. I'll have a chocolate ice cream, please. But you've always got room for dessert. So that's why the last one you can always go faster on, because you know you're about to stop. Okay, so same with some of the workouts on here that are like 4 minutes plus 1, but that last 1 minute you can absolutely gun it because you know you've got like a 3-minute rest afterwards. Anyway, so there we go. Session 3 out and done. So that's the top tier one for week 3, which the intensity point from a cardio thing would have been offset with session 1's more intense from a cardio point of view, but maybe not strength. So here we go, this is how this week's working. All right, and of course, the hashtag for this one is Fireball. And if you want to be even better, Blue Fireball. This is going to be it. It's just everything's, I'm not going to shut up about this now. Everything's going to be, remember your fireball. Okay? It'll be a cartoon character of me just with a big ball of blue fire. Whoosh! It's obviously late. I obviously need to go to sleep. So I'll stay well and I'll see you in session 4. Bye-bye.